half maybe of the whole story. Good job, Aisha. That's good. Well done. So basically speaking, in a manner of speaking, when it comes to summary writing, it's basically shortening something. Shortening the original thing. That's what summary means, right? To give an evaluation, all right, good enough. Basically, this is the last part of your paper 1. We have now tackled question number 1 and question number 2. They were strictly comprehension questions in which we try to understand command words, how command words work, right? More or less so, basically that was the idea of question 1 and 2. Apart from that, we also got a good idea of of a good understanding of how to tackle use of language questions as well, writer's effect. How exactly vocabulary comes together to create meaning, right? In this case, we will now be tackling question number 3 of paper 1, which is summary and short response. In total, this is a 25 marker, all right? So technical details about this is that this is it kind of qualifies as section B. You will now be tackling text B. You will no longer be now reading text A to answer this question. And question number 3 has 2 parts. It has an A part and it has a B part. A part is summary writing. And B part is short response. A part and B part in total, they are 25 marks. A part is a 20 marker. B part is a 5 marker. Do we follow so far? Any questions so far? In a manner of speaking, this is a section B of paper 1. For now, for this, we now tackle text B. This is going to be non-fiction in its nature, in its understanding, all right? In this case, we have question number 3 now. It has 2 parts, an A part and a B part. Yes. A part is summary writing. B part is short response. Do we follow? Do we follow so far? As you guys can see this, question 3A is summary, 20 marks. 3B is short response, and it's a 5 marker. What exactly is a short response? We will understand it when we get to it. All right? So, in this particular worksheet, we will be understanding how to tackle summary and short response according to the syllabus change from 2024 all the way till 26 now. What is expected of you guys and how should you be tackling these questions when it comes to the October-November exams. The contents of this particular worksheet, they are pretty simple. You will be understanding question 3 in its entirety. You will be understanding what summary writing really involves. You will be understanding 1 strand and 2 strand. We also call it 1 form, 2 form. Basically, the question nature, the nature of question basically. You will read the questions accurately, learn to read the question accurately. Then you will build the summary. How exactly do we write a summary? When it comes to students, when it comes to my understanding of you students, a lot of you are of the view कि अच्छा ठीक है एक passage है और पैसेज को छोटे करके लिख देना है, वो समरी है, राइट? पैसेज को स्क्वीज इन कर देना 150 वर्ड्स में सिर्फ समरी नहीं होती है. उसमें देयर सर्टेन टेक्निक्स टू फॉलो, अ सर्टेन रोड मैप टू फॉलो दैट एक्चुअली मेक्स अप अ समरी फॉर अस. डज दैट मेक सेंस? डू वी अंडरस्टैंड गाइज? ओके, सो हाउ डू वी सेलेक्ट रेलेवेंट कंटेंट? How does note making work before writing? ये हमारी practice का part है. Actual exam question itself does not expect you guys to make notes as part of the question. ये 2024 से पहले होता था. Not anymore. When I gave my exam in 2012, we were expected to make notes first. उसके भी marks होते थे. And then we were expected to write a summary from those notes. So both of those would have individual marks. Do you guys understand? Are we following? Any questions at all, bachcho? Chalo. That was better. Indeed, that was better. But for our own understanding, Hasnain, for our own ease, we will still be making points. Okay? And in the paper as well, you can make them with pencil, maybe erase them later. Paper में मुझे लगता है कि इतना time होता है. We get 2 hours in total and I kind of feel like we do get time. कि आप 10, 15, 20 minutes you can dedicate to note making. That's fine. But we'll get to it when we get to it. Then, using your own words without losing meaning. In English, you have time. I feel like, yes, Aisha. If we manage time properly, 2 hours is a lot of time to tackle paper 1. I feel like if you manage your time properly, you can easily get 1 hour for summary writing and short response, and 1 hour you can dedicate to question 1 and 2. और summary और short response इतना लंबा question नहीं होता in its entirety कि उसमें 1 घंटा लगे. तो उस 1 घंटे में you can actually make note points. You can do that if you manage your time properly and everything goes well. All right? How do we use our own words without losing meaning? This is where a solid understanding of synonyms comes in. All right? Then, what is synthesis and concision? किसी चीज को concise करना. Organization and paragraphing. The 150 word limit. Maximizing the 20 mark potential. How do we divide the 20 mark according to Cambridge? It's important for you guys to understand कि पूरे paper 1 में ये वाहिद question है. This is the only question where marks are divided like this. 10 plus 10 equals 20. So this 10 marks are for content and the other 10 marks are for language, the quality of your writing. So in summary writing, you actually lose marks for a bogus sentence structure or punctuation mistakes or spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes for that matter. Do we understand so far? Are we good to go? ठीक है. And obviously some common summary mistakes. So we are not even looking at short response right now because summary will take a couple of classes first. But I promise you guys this and I guarantee you this, that as long as you understand this fully well in class with me and then you do ample practice at the back end, you have got this. You have got that 20 on 20. क्योंकि देखो जो content वाले 10 marks हैं वो तो सीधे सीधे हैं. You take out 10 marks, you squeeze out 10 marks, 10 content points from the passage and you get a 10 on 10. So each summary should have a minimum of 10 points and a maximum of 12 points. If you have less than 10, that's where you start losing marks in content. Do you understand बच्चों? यहां तक कोई question है? Before I move on, we have to take out according to the question and summary. Yes, exactly. जो question होगा summary का हमने पूरे passage को नहीं करना होता summarize. We will get a specific question जिसको हम strands के according देखते हैं. ये 1 strand and 2 strand. This is exactly what I will be discussing. All right. So let's see, without further ado and without actually confusing you guys more, let's actually start. This particular worksheet also gives you guys annotated summary models as well. So you guys will be able to understand to the best of your ability how to tackle summary writing. All right, let's see. So first and foremost, we have understanding question 3. Now understanding question number 3 part A first. So question number 3 is the whole of section B of paper 1 and it carries 25 marks. It has two separate tasks based on the same passage, which is text B. The 2 tasks, they reward different skills. अब देखो ये बड़ा एक, it's a very English term, right? 2 tasks rewarding different skills. What do we mean by that? We simply means कि summary आपसे कुछ expect करती है और short response आपसे कुछ और expect करता है. Okay? You can't mix the understanding of the 2 parts. They are completely different. And according to what they are demanding of you, you need to groom that skill individually. Does that make sense, बच्चों? Short response की बिल्कुल ही different demand है और summary की बिल्कुल different demand है. So बेटा समझना ये है कि each one of those, what are they asking of you? जब आप वो समझ जाओगे, so you will automatically understand कि अच्छा summary को ऐसे tackle करना है, but short response एक अलग चीज है, उसको ऐसे tackle करना है. This is how I can ensure a 20 on 20 for summary, and this is how I can ensure a 5 on 5 for short response. Good to go? Easy peasy? चलो, यहां तक I hope everyone has understood. So what is question 3A part? ये आ गया हमारा क्वेश्चन नंबर 3A पार्ट विच इज समरी राइटिंग. इट्स अ 20 मार्कर बच्चों. You write a summary on text B according to the question given. It's supposed to be of not more than 150 words. Buffer करके और थोड़ा सा भी extend करके you can go up to 170, but that's it. That is it. उसके आगे नहीं जाना. All right. The marks are split evenly. 50% goes for your content, 50% goes for your language. So reading में आपको 10 marks मिल रहे हैं. You understand the passage. You select the right information for the exact task. And you write up to 10 to 12 points. 10 to 12 different points लिखेंगे तो 10 out of 10 मिलेगा content में. Do you understand? उस content को express कैसे किया है, उसको sentence structure में connect कैसे किया है, synonyms कितने अच्छे use किए हैं, punctuation कितनी अच्छी use की है, वो सारा हम देखते हैं writing में. And for that you will get 10, the other 10. Do you understand? So organizing the points clearly, expressing them into your own word and the structure itself, that is what gets you the other 10 marks. Do we understand, guys? Are we good so far? All right. So this is question 3A. We are not moving on to short response. Now, again, reminding you guys of what explicit and implicit meaning is. Explicit means that something which is stated openly in the text. You can point to the exact words कि ये question आपका है और ये जवाब लिखा हुआ है text में as it is. The summary in 3A is built mainly from explicit content that you select and rework. What is important for you guys to understand is कि summary का मतलब होता है literally explicit. आपने अपना opinion नहीं देना. You have to figure out nothing. टेक्स्ट में इंफॉर्मेशन दी गई है, आपने सिर्फ उसको कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं करना, अपने वर्ड्स में एज इट इज लिखना है कि उसका मीनिंग इट शुड नॉट चेंज. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड गाइस? द मीनिंग शुड रिमेन एज इट इज. Synonyms does not mean you change the meaning. That simply means कि yes, I am a professional language user. I know a different word in the same context. Does that make sense, बच्चों? Are we good to go? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So, implicit, however, is the complete opposite of explicit. We know this. Implicit means we have to figure out something. We have to use inferential knowledge, right? So, basically, short response is implicit in nature. It's the very opposite of summary writing. This is where you have to use your brain cells. You have to put on your thinking cap. And you have to figure out information from the passage. Good to go? Are we understood? यहां तक किसी किस्म के कोई सवाल हैं? ठीक है, चलो. अब आ जाते हैं हमारे पास a sensible order of work. Read text B once for a general sense of it. Then read the task, read the question 3A part task and mark its exact focus. Understand करें उसके question को. उसमें एक बात आपसे पूछी जा रही है कि दो बात. Does it have a strand one only? एक ही चीज पे फोकस करना है कि दो चीजों पे करना है? So understand the question. Reread, selecting only points that fit the task. Plan, then write the summary within 150 words. Plan करें और फिर summary को 150 words पे लिखें. Read the task, read question 3B part. We're not getting to that right now. You also have the small box which tells you how does the two tasks relate. So both, because they both use text B at the end of the day, both use a common text. So the reading you do for 3A prepares you for 3B because you delve deeper in 3B. The tasks pull in different directions though. The summary gathers the general information of the passage. The short response often turns to one person and asks what lies beneath the surface for them. Working through 3A first means you already know the passage well when you reach to 3B. And when you're reading 3B, you actually go in detail. You actually go beyond the idea of what is written on the surface. All right? Do we understand so far, bachcho? Anything at all that doesn't make sense? I hope we have understood everything so far. For a 5 marker, how many words? Not more than maybe 5 to 8 lines. Basically, Cambridge tells us that whatever lines are given to you for the question, that is how long your answer should be. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand? Okay. Acha, a few warm-up questions of whatever we have understood so far. Let's see. So answer briefly, and I want you guys to be on your keyboards for this. Question 3A is worth how many marks? 20. Very good. It's divided into how many? Blank for reading and blank for writing. Excellent. So 10, 10 for each. So 20, 10 and 10, right? Very good. The summary must be no more than how many words? Very good. Aisha is the only one who's answering, guys. Come on. The rest of you as well. Question 3B part is worth how many marks, guys? And tests the understanding of what? Very good. Tests what? What does it test you on? No, tests your understanding of implicit. It's basically tests your implicit understanding. Okay. In 3B, whose opinion do you express? We'll leave this. But it's generally one person's opinion. All right. In your own words, what is the difference between summarizing a passage and retelling it? Let's not get into this. Name one thing that should normally be left out of a summary. What should be left out of a summary? Can anyone tell me? Question 6. Okay. Okay. But exact wordings isn't being left out exactly. That's just being changed. So what is exactly being left out? Anything that is not a fact. Anything that is Inaya, why would you say sorry, bete? देखो, कोई भी चीज जो fact नहीं है, unnecessary details, opinions, examples, you leave that out in summary writing. Do we understand? Good to go? Chalo, let's move on. What summary writing involves? This is what will make it clear for you what it is and what it is not. A summary is basically a selection of points that answers the task. Task wo hamara question hota hai, it's the guiding question. It needs to be reworked into your own words and it needs to be structured properly. It needs to be concise, accurate and logically ordered, which means we need to use transition words. Do we know what transition words are, guys? Do we know what transition words are? No. Words like moreover, however, additionally, lastly, in addition to, in contrast, therefore, ये सारे आपके transition words होते हैं. And I will be sharing a list with you guys on this, okay? So guys, you guys have a list and you know when to use what. Then continuous prose. ये तो इसके ऊपर तो I cannot stress on this enough. Even if you're working out points for a summary, that's fine. However, the actual summary should be written in a prose form, which means a paragraph form, not in a points form. Do we understand? Does that make sense? Okay. So a summary is not the retelling of the whole passage in order. इसका ये मतलब नहीं होता कि आप जो अच्छा हसनैन वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन ये बहुत बच्चों का सवाल होता है Cambridge पैराग्राफिंग पे Cambridge has put no limitations बट क्योंकि हम ऑलरेडी 150 वर्ड की समरी लिख रहे हैं तो टीचर्स वुड डेफिनेटली रेकमेंड राइटिंग वन पैराग्राफ ओनली ज्यादा से ज्यादा दो बना लें बट दो से ज्यादा नहीं क्योंकि देखो एक पैराग्राफ में भी आपके तकरीबन बेटा 60 to 65 to 70 वर्ड्स तो होने ही चाहिए ना इतने वर्ड्स पे तो एक पैराग्राफ बनेगा ही लाजमी ना 4 to 5 लाइंस का राइट सो प्लीज मेक श्योर that your summary does not go beyond 2 paragraphs because it wouldn't look like paragraphs then. It would look like maybe two lines इस तरह से करके. It should look like a prose. तो बेहतर यही होता है कि हम एक पैराग्राफ बनाएं. Do we understand? Are we good to go? कोई क्वेश्चन अभी तक? चलो. हाँ ठीक है. अगर तो 2 strands है ना अगर आपके समरी के क्वेश्चन में 2 पॉइंट्स हैं दैट यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन हसनैन फिर तो मेक सेंस 2 पैराग्राफ्स बना लो बट इफ दैट इज नॉट द केस देन स्टिक टू 1 पैराग्राफ In either case, उस sense से भी you can make 2 as well if you want to. All right? So it depends, yes, on the strands of your summary question, but more than 2, no, it's not going to look nice. Okay? G, good to go so far? So summary का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप पूरे passage की छोटी करके कहानी सुना रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. Your opinion on the topic or outside knowledge, that does not matter. Yes, 2 paragraphs is maximum मुकद्दस. 1 paragraph is recommended. All right? हमेशा 1 paragraph is recommended because summary होती 150 words की है, तो वो बेचारा 150 words, basically it's 7 to 8 lines बच्चों. It's not more than that, maybe 8 to 10 lines at maximum. All right? So 150 words is not a lot, okay? You are not supposed to give any of your own opinions, any of outside information when it comes to summary writing. You are not supposed to copy paste complete sentences that will not get you any marks. Similarly, there's no place for examples, description or comments of your own. Summary is simply about facts, actual facts that are related to the question. Do we understand? Have we understood this so far? Now, the distinction that matters. Principle is simple. Select, do not retell. Choosing the point that fit the task is the skill being marked. This is exactly what they are mainly testing you on. Can you actually figure out the exact points from the passage, around 10 to 12, and amalgamate them into 1 paragraph, right? Retell the passage in sequence, including everything, is not summarizing. हमने उसमें से unnecessary details निकाल देनी है, irrelevant details निकाल देनी है. Do we follow, बच्चों? Do you guys understand? All right? Okay. Then follow the exact focus. No, you have to write in sequence as long as those are factual points. All right? Yes. But if there's any unnecessary details in between, any examples, opinions, those are not needed in the summary itself, beta. All right? So once you guys understand and actually retain this information, it automatically makes it easy for you to filter out information. Okay, bachcho? Are we good to go? Understood? कोई भी opinions हो सकते हैं आयशा, कोई examples हो सकती हैं बेटा, कोई ऐसी information जो हमें लगेगा question के हिसाब से कि ये irrelevant है, इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है इस question के हिसाब से. हसनैन, we have to write in a sequence बेटा, but sequence का ये मतलब नहीं है कि उसमें हम सारी छोटी 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 details भी डालें. Summary is not about details. It's about picking out the most important details. You know, like the most important keywords. So इस sense में key phrases, key sentences, key ideas. Make sense? Aisha, do you also understand? Muhammad, Vania, are you guys following? Muhammad, Vania? Okay. Then, follow the exact focus. A summary answers the precise question. For example, the benefits of a scheme, not the scheme in general. अब देखो ये हमारा strand है, ये question की demand है. Question is telling you कि मुझे tell me the benefits of a scheme. But you end up telling all the background information as well. That's going to get you a 0. That's not right. That's not only you wasting your word limit and your time, but also you're not going to get any marks. All right? So content that suits the focus earns nothing, however accurate it is. All right? So content that sits outside the focus. No. Summary does not require any introduction, beta. You get on with it. ठीक है? वो 10 to 12 points ही आपके इतने बन जाते हैं कि वो 150 से at times बाहर होने लगते हैं, बेटा. The way that you actually have to amalgamate it together. Summary does not require an introduction or a conclusion. All right? Unless the introductory point is important. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Then, relevance over vocabulary. A relevant point in plain words is worth more than an impressive word attached to an irrelevant idea. On it, vocabulary does not praise the mark. I was flabbergasted. No. Please do not use fancy words because it does not fit the context at points. A simple words will get you more marks than a fancy word that does not actually fit the context and is completely irrelevant. So अपने words use करने का या फिर in a manner of speaking synonyms use करने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि we be fancy. Do you guys understand? Are we following so far? Okay. So we have done these three. Then cut examples in detail. So the same point I have been on and on, going on and on about. Examples, figures, descriptions, they usually support a general point in the passage. So keep the general point, remove the illustration. उसकी कोई एग्जाम्पल दी गई हो, उसके ऊपर कोई ओपिनियन दिया गया हो, वो हटा दें. उसकी समरी में नीड नहीं है, ना उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस है, ना उसकी रेलेवेंस है. Summary is just about factual points coming together, not the explanation of those points. Does that make sense? Do we understand, guys? Own words but not at any cost. इसका क्या मतलब है? इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि is, am, are, was, were, do, does जैसे words भी आप उनके लिए भी आप कोई और words ढूंढ रहे हो. Own words का मतलब होता है कि you will only substitute the keywords. जो main words है ना, उनके synonyms ढूंढने हैं. Not all of those words that generally they are used to fit the context together. Yeah, create a sentence. You know what I'm saying? So copying whole sentence limits the writing mark. So changing every word blindly can distort the meaning. So rework the structure, keep the sense exact. So you'll do two things. Not only will you use synonyms, but you will also shorten the sentences if need be. You have to work around the sentences as well. Do you understand, guys? Are we following so far? Do we understand? चलो, बहुत अच्छा हो गया ये तो. जी, are we good to go? Okay, चलें जी. Next up, we have activity 2.1. Which one is a genuine summary? We will be doing this together. I want you guys to be on your keyboards. Read carefully. Write your answers down in the chat box. All right. So a community group has restored a disused canal towpath. Now read the task. Then decide which response, A to E, is a genuine summary of the towpath's benefits. Towpath's benefits. This is your point to ponder upon. Label each response with the type it shows. Summary, retelling, commentary, list, irrelevant detail. So we have A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is going to be a summary of the benefits of towpath's benefits of the canal towpath's restoration. One of this is going to be retelling. Then there's going to be commentary. Then there's going to be list. Then there's going to be irrelevant details. Do we understand, bachcho? You guys are going to read part A, B, C, D. We'll do one by one. Chale, let's do part A first. The towpath gives residents a safe route for walking and cycling. It has drawn visitors to nearby cafes and has created a green corridor where wildlife has returned. This is A. Whatever it is, don't tell me just now. Figure it out at your end first. Let's read B as well. First, the volunteers cleared the weed. Then they repaired the surface. Then they painted the railings. And after that, they held an opening event in the spring. What do you think this is? Number C. In my opinion, this is a wonderful project and every town should copy it because green spaces are so important for everybody these days. Number D. Safe route, cafes busier, wildlife, cycling, good for health. Number E. The canal was dug in the 19th century to carry coal and was named after a local landowner whose family still lives in the area. Good to go? Acha, Mukaddas has got it already. Mukaddas is telling me that the towpath gives residents a safe route for walking and cycling, has drawn visitors to nearby cafes. ठीक है Mukaddas, I'm waiting for the others as well, beta. All right? Come on guys, the rest of you as well, please. And then we will check together. Okay. देखो, commentary is okay. How do I put it for you? देखो, commentary is in a sort, it's when you give an opinion. I'll put it down simply in that case. You know how you've seen commentary happening in during cricket matches, maybe football matches as well, and the person who's doing the commentary, they're putting in their own opinions in between as well, whatever they believe is going on in on the pitch. So basically, that's what it is. All right, that's okay, Muqaddas. And retelling is just simply retelling, telling something again. All right. So I'm waiting for the others, bachcho. Okay. Hastan is saying, Vania is saying summary, retelling, commentary, list, irrelevant details. Okay. Sure, Aisha. Take your time. Inaya, Muhammad, I'm waiting for you guys as well. Acha. I think I found the person who has done all of them right. I'll tell you guys in a bit. Let me just see Aisha's, Inaya's, and Muhammad's as well. Okay, summary, retelling, opinion. There's no such thing as opinion here, Aisha. So C would be called what? Commentary, because that's the only option left. Would that be it? Okay. Okay. G. Inaya, Muhammad, are you guys working on it? Or should we wait for you guys? I need some response, but show maybe a thumbs up or a thumbs down, anything. मोहम्मद तो क्लास में है, वानिया भी है कि इनाया है ही नहीं? I don't think इनाया तो क्लास में ही नहीं है. Okay. Summary, retelling, commentary, list, irrelevant details. Summary. Okay, so Muhammad, Aisha and Vania are right. हसनैन, बेटा आपसे एक गलती हुई है. आप देखो अपना, आपने 2 बार irrelevant detail लिख दिया. B is also irrelevant detail and E is also irrelevant detail. So you basically missed out on list as well. देखो, the towpath is gives residents a safe route for walking and cycling. Benefit. It has drawn visitors to nearby cafes. Benefits. It has created a green corridor while wildlife has returned. Benefits. So ये आपके summary के question को define कर रहे हैं, right? The question was summarize the towpath's benefits, right? Then first the volunteers cleared the weeds, then they repaired the surface, then they painted the railings, then they held an opening event in the spring. This is literally retelling, right? So this is basically what we might call retelling, right? You are just telling the readers कि एक एक करके क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ. In my opinion, this is a wonderful project and every town should copy it because green spaces are so important for everybody these days. This is a commentary. This is an opinion, right? Not summary. Muqaddas, are you following, beta? No. इट्स नॉट इरेलेवेंट मोहम्मद, मैं बताती हूँ रेलेवेंट, क्योंकि देखो इट्स स्टिल अबाउट रेस्टोरेशन ना. ये देखो, अ कम्युनिटी ग्रुप हैज रिस्टोर्ड अ डिसयूज्ड कैनाल टोपाथ. सो वो उससे रिलेटेड है, बट वो रिटेलिंग है कि क्या क्या हुआ, बट वो हमारे बेनिफिट से रिलेटेड नहीं है. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड हिज नेम? आर यू फॉलोइंग नाउ? कैनाल पाथ रिस्टोर कैसे हुआ वो रिलेटेड है, बट वो क्वेश्चन की डिमांड से रिलेटेड नहीं है. क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफिकली आस्क्ड यू अबाउट बेनिफिट्स, राइट? इट इज नॉट टेलिंग मी बेनिफिट्स. फिर ये तो लिस्टिंग है, सेफ रूट, कैफेज बिजियर, वाइल्ड लाइफ, साइकिलिंग गुड फॉर हेल्थ. दिस इज अ लिस्ट. एंड ऑब्वियसली लास्ट वन, वो बिल्कुल ऑफ ट्रैक चला गया है ना. Canal was dug in the 19th century to carry coal and was named after a local landowner whose family still lives in the area. So this is basically irrelevant. Good to go? Do we understand now? How do we figure out the exact points that are related to the strand of the question? कितना easy है, सिर्फ सोचने वाली बात है. मुकद्दस, how did you get confused, beta? Did you only get confused in the understanding of retelling and commentary? Was that the idea, beta? That the problem? You mixed up. But do you understand now? Yeah, abhi bhi there's some sort of thing that does not make sense. Understood now. Hasnain, understood? Are we good to go? Okay. So now do you guys understand कि summary वाला point कैसा होना चाहिए, right? Now this is how once we take out 1, 2, 3, this is how it becomes very easy for us just to put them down in our own words later on. We have to take apart all the relevant information. जो main चीज बीच में रह जाती है, which is the most important point, that's gold. That's what we are looking for, okay? Now, one strand and two strand summaries. These two terms are a useful way to talk about the shape of a summary task, basically. They are not, obviously, they're not official Cambridge labels. Cambridge में आप, you can give them a lot of different words. You can call one strand, two strand, one form, two form, 1 point, 2 points, depends on you. ठीक है? One questions, two questions in a certain statement, depends on you. So, they simply describe how many separate categories the task asks you to cover, basically. One strand task simply means a single focus. All right? Everything relevant belongs to that one category. For example, the question could simply ask you to focus on the reasons for a decision, the benefits of an activity, just like we saw canals, the canals towpaths, benefits, right? Point that you to focus on. और सारे 10 to 12 points इसी एक statement से related होंगे. All right? The problems the community faces, the features that makes a place attractive. तो ये एक question है, एक point है, एक statement है that you need to focus on. But at the same time, you might get certain summaries that might ask you to focus on 2 points from the passage. For example, they talk about causes and effects. So 6 points for causes, 6 for effects, or 5, minimum 5. Make sense? Problems and solutions, advantages and disadvantages, reasons for success and difficulties. Do you guys understand that show? Are you following? So ये भी हमारा समझना जरूरी होता है कि समरी में एक ही बात से पूछी जा रही है कि 2 बातें पूछी जा रही हैं. एक पूछी जा रही है तो किस तरह से हमने फिल्टर आउट करनी है इंफॉर्मेशन, 2 पूछी जा रही है तो तब कैसे करनी है. Are we good, guys? Do we understand? How do we handle the strands? You will understand and focus on the question. You label each strand before you select. ये strand 1 है, ये strand 2 है. अच्छा, ये points मेरे पास strand 1 की हैं, ये points मेरे पास strand 2 के हैं. Do you understand? So each candidate point into its strand. Recognize material that belongs to near. Derivative completely. उसको निकाल दो, बिल्कुल filter it out. Do closely related reaction. अच्छा, ये बहुत important point है. बच्चे कुछ ऐसे कभी करते हैं कि you guys end up writing 1 point, 2 points. वो एक ही point होता है और उसको हमने कोई conjunction लगा के साथ एक point बनाना होता है. At the end of the day, examiners will mark it as 1 point. If it's similar in nature, if it's similar in meaning. So even if you're writing it has 2 points कि चलो मुझे कुछ और समझ में आ रहा तो मैं एक point छोड़ के 2 बना देता हूँ. No, that's not going to work, guys. Examiner will catch on right away. Do not give nearly all the space to one strand. Obviously, that goes without saying. Balance it out. move between strands